you can start welcoming them.
Hey guys, hello. That was such a good hip-hop class. Oh my God, I did it too. It was fun. So let me see. I got a request, yes, to join me live. So we're going to have Liam, who is the young puppet master, who's going to come in today and teach us about making a puppet. So as soon as I have him here, he is Crazy Puppet Guy. I'm doing this again. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Okay, in a minute, he should be joining us. Liam, are you there? Let's see. There you are, Liam.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Liam.
How's everybody doing today?
Hi. So good.
Great.
So we're excited
now,
that
you might remember me. Yeah, I was on last week. And today, we're going to learn how to make a puppet. So,
great.
Yeah, so the puppet's going to look something like this. It's this little fella I made out of a sock. His name is Snork. But you know what I thought? Snork needs a brother. So we're going to make him one. And, okay, so what you'll need... All right. So what you'll need is just an ordinary pair of socks. I bought mine brand new. You can use either brand new ones or old worn out ones. It doesn't really matter. Needle and thread, of course. Scissors. And, we'll need some different things to make the eyes and hair and stuff. I'm going to use styrofoam balls for the eyes. But what do you think is the most important tool we need, Debbie?
Imagination.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so are we ready to start making puppets?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Okay. Now, all my tools are out. Okay, so now to start off, we're going to take just this ordinary sock right here. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the ankle right out of the sock. Right here.
Oh, the heel, right at the heel.
Yeah, the heel, sorry. I don't know. I'm half awake right now.
No, it's good.
All right, so you're going to cut out the heel right there, but you're not going to sew that yet. That's just so the puppet that's just so we get a nice, clean line right here. There's a straight line. So that'll be just the base of the puppet, okay? So we're not going to sew this just yet. That's where we're going to put in the arms, okay? So the next thing you're going to need to do is take your second sock and cut the end off right here.
Hold it back a little further back so we can see it.
Oh,
yeah, hold it.
There you go. And then we're going to cut that into two pieces right here. There we go. And you can make them as long or as short as you want because these are going to be the arms. All right? And
so you just cut the top off the sock and then you cut those two pieces in half.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so the next thing that you'll need to do is take some felt or any kind of fabric you have. I just recommend felt because it's a lot stronger. And you're going to cut out some little hands right here. And yeah. And so the next thing that you'll need, the next thing you'll need to do is now you'll want to choose the side that's more soft and fold it over. And make sure the side that is not as soft is on the outside. And you're going to put your hand right in here. And now it's time to sew that hand there. You can do this. I recommend to do it by hand. It's not as good by machine. And you're going to sew the top right here. And whoopsies. Mistakes will happen, by the way. I should mention that.
Yeah, great. This is great.
And so you'll just sew the top a few pieces together. And you've got to make sure the hand's on the inside because we're actually going to flip this inside out afterwards. So I'm going to try and sew this as fast as I can. I'm usually really, really slow when I'm sewing these, and I don't want to bore you guys. We got to...
Now, this is good. We're seeing what it really takes to make a puppet. So you had a pair of socks, cut out the heel on one, give us a clean line. The other one, you cut off the top half, and then you took the top half and cut it in half to make the arms. Now, what we didn't have, we weren't ready with the little hands, but we can do that again
Yeah.
Once we're
And
familiar
we're
with
gonna make
what we're doing.
we're gonna make 2 of these too, so you'll have lots of time to. You could even hot glue these arms if you choose. I just like to sew them because it's a lot better then.
So the little hand is all the way on the inside.
Yep, you gotta sew it on top of the inside because we're gonna actually flip this inside out later to get a nice clean stitch on this side. I think it was last time I showed how to make a basic puppet head, and to do that you need to sew it and then flip it inside out. So, alrighty, I'm just gonna.
So sewing is very important. It's interesting. You know, when I was in school, we learned how to sew. I don't know if they teach it in school anymore.
Yeah, they
more
don't.
into technology. I don't know if they're teaching the arts and crafts of this kind of thing.
Yeah, I've taken
sewing.
I've taken visual arts for the second time. They don't teach it for some reason. I don't know why.
Wow, we need to get back to some of these basics.
Yeah. So the next thing you're going to need to do is to take the sock with the heel cut out, or the heel cut out, and you're going to flip it inside out. And so the next thing we're going to need to do is take the arm that we just sewed and flip that inside out. There you go. Look at that. You got a nice little arm.
Oh, that's so cute.
And now I want to leave mine a little empty, but if you want, you can put a little bit of fluff inside just to.
Some cotton or something. Yeah. Cotton balls could do, right?
I should mention that in the last stream, Debbie recommended to tear up your mom's pillow, but you're not going to want to.
Recommended what? I lost. Remember. We lost you for a moment, Liam.
I think, okay.
We lost you.
The next thing we're going to do.
Show us that again.
Oh, yeah. So this is the arm. So you didn't really miss much. All I was doing is you flipped this sock inside out. Now you have the arm. So now you're going to put the arm inside this hole right here. And, whoopsies. And then you're going to sew that on the edge of your hole, though. That way you have room for the other arm too.
So you sew it on one side.
Yeah. And what I was saying was, now you can stuff this with cotton or I remember in the last stream Debbie said to tear up your mom's pillow, but don't do that.
I was being naughty. No, we don't want to tear up mom's pillows. It's kind of hard to buy stuff right now. We don't want to do that.
Exactly. I admit I did tear up a pillow, but it was one I bought with my own money, so I was able to do what I wanted with it. All right, so now we've sewn the arm. Yeah, it's now we've sewn the arm into the corner. So now you've finished your stitch. You want to tie a knot. That way, before you cut the thread off, because that way it'll go undone, and then you'll lose your arm. We don't want that to happen. So there we go. And yeah, so now we're gonna do the second arm. So here's your other piece of sock. And all right, which side? Yeah, you'll do the same. You're gonna want to take the fluffy side and put that on the inside. Unless you don't want it to be fluffy, I don't see why you wouldn't. But you know, and then take the less soft side, hold it. Now I'm just gonna thread my needle really quickly, and then we're gonna do the same thing with that. We're gonna sew. We're gonna sew that arm, and then sew it onto the sock.
So what's going to be great for me is I'm going to want to see in the next day or two, I want you guys to, you know, hit me back with what you made. I want to see it and show people what happened. Even if you don't finish it right now as quickly as Liam is doing it, if you do it today and tomorrow, just videotape it and send it to me. I really want to see it. I want to post some of what you're doing, okay? We have a great exchange going on here.
And
I want to say hi to Sid Croft. He's watching. Hey, Sid.
yeah, shout out to Sid. Shout out to Sid. And yeah, so now we. Oh, and also I'm making kind of like person type puppets, but I'm not going to make any specific creature or character because we want you to come up with your own. We want you to be creative. Am I right?
Right. Creativity is everything.
Exactly. And now we're going to sew the second arm.
So the hand is on the inside, and
yes,
fold it over, and we're sewing it all the
whoopsies.
way from the top and all the way down.
Another thing I should mention, when threading the needle, make sure you tie a knot at the end. That way it doesn't break while you're sewing.
The good old-fashioned way, right, Liam?
Yeah, mistakes will happen. Yeah, I was just sewing this and the thread just broke in half, so, you know. Oh, and I think I just lost my needle. Oh, no, I am not prepared right now to be doing
It's all right, Liam. I'm sure a lot of our young followers today are trying to keep up with you because you're going slow for you, but it's fast for us. So
yeah,
it's all right if you have a little bit of a glitch. We have time. We have time before Alamonster comes.
Yeah. And even if it's your first time, it's a trial and error process. Making puppets always will be a trial and error process. So, yeah. And I've been doing this for since I was 12. So, the fact that I'm still making mistakes at this means that it's impossible to avoid them. So,
it's so wonderful that you are so young and starting to be so artistic and creative. And have you written shows?
Well, I do a children's show for YouTube right now called Safari Mall.
Safari Mall?
Yes, it's really loosely based on Sesame Street. And I'm working on a puppet variety show right now, so.
Oh, I love that. I should have brought the picture of me and Miss Piggy. I did her show a long time ago. It was so
yeah, I think I saw that online. It was in Muppet Magazine, wasn't it? Alrighty. Now, I made another mistake. I accidentally sewed the finger, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. All right, there we go. So there's the other arm.
That's great. So cute.
Now I'm gonna put a little bit of stuffing in that. Just all right. Now.
So it's amazing that you can make such a beautiful puppet out of such simple things. Socks.
Exactly.
Cut out a little felt hand, needle and thread, a little cotton. I think it's amazing for us to start to explore what this is.
And lots of people think
you can make it as big or small as you want.
Exactly. And lots of people think you need fancy supplies to make a puppet. You can make a
Liam,
puppet
I
out
think
of
we're up to speed.
You can make a puppet.
Going on in the internet right now. But I'm glad all of you all are here with me today and with Liam and with your kids, or not if you're just learning yourself.
Yeah, you can never be too old to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're finished sewing the arms onto the sock. So now we're going to flip this inside out. Once I can get this. There we go. So now we're going to flip this inside out. Okay. So.
Okay.
All right, here we go. There. Oh, wait, let me just pull out the edge of the sock. And there we go. There we've got, let me back this up a little bit. There's the arms. And there's the torso. And this will be our head.
Oh, great.
Right here. And so, let me move the camera a little bit over here. There we go. And so now what we're going to do
Yeah, hold it
is
back a little further. We can't see it as well. A little wider angle would be good.
yeah, so there's
Good.
the puppet now. The next thing you're going to need is to flip it inside out again. Okay, and so this area up here is going to be the, oh no, this area up here is going to be the head. So what we're going to do is pull it to the side right here. And now you're going to decide how tall, how wide you want the forehead of the puppet to be. Then you're just going to cut a nice little line up the side of the sock like that. And so the next step is to cut a circle out of cardboard right here. And make sure it's one that you can bend easily. Because then,
is this the mouth?
yes, this is going to be the mouth.
Oh.
And so after that, we're going to take our hot glue gun. And be careful, this is a dangerous tool right here.
So
and
we
then
need
I'm just
supervision if we have a hot glue gun. Oh,
yes,
on some pink fabric.
Yes, pink or red or whatever color you want the mouth to be.
So it looks like your tongue.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of puppet characters will have pink or red mouths. All right, so there you go. There's your mouth. And so now,
so
we're gonna do is
cardboard.
Yes. Oh no, my camera. I need to get a better stand next time I do this.
No, Liam, it's great. You're doing this all by yourself. And this is amazing that you're able to do it. Usually when we shoot time, you know, I direct and produce Grey's Anatomy. We have 4 cameras sometimes. So you can go back and forth. And right now, we're just all a one-man band. That's what we are.
Yeah. I'm not even really using like a video camera. I'm just using my phone. So
I know you're using your phone. I keep seeing it fall down to the ground.
Yeah.
Look, I was pretty bad last week, so I'm still learning. I'm getting better.
Yeah. You know, it takes time. And so now what we're going to do is on the pink side of this mouth, we're going to put some glue on the edges.
Okay, so we had a circle of cardboard. We pasted the pink on top, and now we're pasting that to the opening of the mouth of what is the mouth of the puppet. Wow.
Exactly, yes. And the mouth is the most important part to go on a puppet. Remember that.
Really? So that opening, and this is now turned inside out right now, right?
Yes, now we're going to turn it inside out.
It's inside out. Now, how long does it take for the glue and a hot glue gun to dry? Is it pretty instant?
Not that long. Just leave it for like maybe 10 seconds, and it'll.
Oh, okay.
It's just not good to flip it like right after you've glued it, because then you'll burn your hand, and that's not good. So.
Oh, we don't want to do that. So let's talk about safety.
Yes.
So if you don't have a hot glue gun, what can you use?
You can sew this if you like.
So you can sew it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you could sew the pink felt onto the circle, bend it, and then you could sew that into the mouth of what is the puppet mouth.
Yes.
I got it.
Alrighty. Now look at this. Here we got a puppet mouth and some arms here. Look at that.
That is amazing. Oh my God. I love it.
Now we're going to put a bit of pillow fluff inside his head. There we go. There's the head.
So you put what inside his head? Some kind of cotton or some kind of foam?
Yeah.
On the top?
Yes.
So right over the mouth, you put some more foam in there, some more something.
Yeah.
Stuffing, not cornbread stuffing, but stuffing.
Yeah. You can use, a lot of professionals use foam, but when I'm making stuff like this, I prefer to use stuffing because a lot of people don't know this, but certain kinds of foam can deteriorate after a set amount of time.
Oh.
So, yeah. And we don't want that. I remember I had a puppet that I built maybe 2 or 3 years ago that I left in storage for a long time. And then I took it out one day, and the foam was all broken and old, so it was no good after.
So it disintegrated, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I experienced this recently. I was cleaning out my closet with shoes. I have hundreds of pairs of shoes. I really do. And one pair of shoes that I love so much that I bought in Italy, and I saved them. I put them in a place that I thought was safe, but because they stayed there and didn't get any movement, or it just dried and just disintegrated in my hand, I had to toss them.
Yeah, that's not good. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so now
Hi to my friends in Italy.
I'm actually going to make this really unique. You would probably use 2 eyes, but I'm going to make mine just a 1-eyed puppet. So but you can put them in the eyes you like. You can put on 1, you can put on 2. You can put on like 200 if you want. I'm going to make a nice little... I'm making kind of an alien.
Wow, Liam.
And
That's
so now...
so cool. I love this.
So
it's
the
so
next
great.
step...
It's so colorful. Now I'm going to go and look at those socks in my drawer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can make something out of that. And so I'm going to put a bit of stuffing inside his stomach, just so it doesn't look that empty. And so now what we're going to do
So, Liam, we lost you for a couple of minutes here. It's rebooting.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to put some stuffing. I put some stuffing inside this part of the puppet. That way he's a little sturdy and, and comfortable.
So, Liam, you're going in and out a little bit. What are we doing now, Liam? You have to start again and tell us.
Okay. So you put some stuffing inside his chest right here, like inside the stomach of the puppet. That way to make it a little sturdy.
So
and now I'm
stuffing on the head and stuffing on the body.
Yes. So now I'm going to take a magic marker. But you can do whatever you like. You can use a sticker. You can use felt. But I'm just going to draw on his pupil right here. And there we go. There we have the face of the puppet. Meep, meep.
That's incredible.
And for hair, you can use whatever you like for hair, but I'm going to be using some yarn that I have right over here. So you can use yarn. You can use lots of things for hair. Yarn, even a wig, although it'd be hard to find a wig big enough for a puppet like this.
Old wigs.
And look at that. Neat.
That's
neat.
so cute.
And now we're going to...
It almost looks like that eye is his nose, too. It could be like his eyes are underneath the hair. It has an interesting interpretation of what we see.
Yeah, it could.
That's...
So now...
So what does it sound like? You see what it looks like, but what does this puppet sound like? Liam, what do you think this puppet sounds like?
Well, I picture him kind of having a sort of alien voice, so... Meep, meep. Oh, what a strange-looking creature this is. Are you one of them, what they call humans? Meep, meep, meep. And so the last thing we're going to do is take what's left of our sock
and you
cut
put
this
the
in half.
puppet up? Oh.
And we're going to make some legs.
Oh.
We're going to cut this out of what's left of the sock. And you can sew this if you like, but I'm going to hot glue it because I prefer to hot glue these. And you're going to take your glue gun and glue the edges of the sock and fold it over right here. And once that's dry, give it a second to dry. I'm gonna do it with the other one while it's drying. But once you do that, you're gonna flip them inside out, same as we did with most of the other parts, and add some stuffing in them. All right, there we go. And let's flip these inside out. And what I'm going to do is I have some little felt feet that I cut out. And we're just going to glue those on the end, like this.
Okay, we can't see it as well. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. And we're going to take this little piece of felt and just cut it into the shape of a foot and glue it on right there. And then we have the leg. Oh no. It always happens.
It's okay.
There we go.
You gotta get that little stand. There's a little stand that I have that actually was gifted to me by Chloe Arnold. It's really a great tool to have.
All right, so now we're gonna add some fluff inside the leg. All right. So there's our first leg right here. And now for the second leg, we're gonna flip this inside out. And you can cut them out however long or how short you want them to be. You know, you make it look however you want. You guys to be creative. There we go. And now we're going to stuff this other leg. And then, once we stuff up the other leg, really the only step left is to put them on the puppet, and then we're pretty much done.
Wow.
All right.
It's amazing.
So now I'm just going to put this on the puppet. Like that. You don't want to put them on the end here.
Yeah, and show us a little more. Show us a little bit more. We're not there. We see it better when you.
And then the other leg right there.
Hot gluing the legs. I see.
Yes. And now the puppet's finished. So I'm actually going to flip my camera around to show you the finished puppet.
Great.
Alrighty. So here is the finished puppet.
Talk to us.
What a strange creature. Are you a, what do they call it? Human?
I am. I have two eyes. Not just one, I have two eyes.
2 eyes. Now that sure is weird. What is that thing in the middle of your, what is that thing in the middle of your face?
Oh, my nose?
What do you do with that?
Oh, I can smell. And it tells me when I want to eat something that I think smells good, or when something doesn't smell good, I go away. My sense of smell and taste. So when I'm eating, it helps me appreciate my food, my sense of smell.
That is strange. On the planet Kazank, we smell with our stomachs.
Oh my God. Well, you got a big stomach, so you must be able to smell really well.
Yes.
You know what I love? I love that you're so colorful. Your skin is green and blue and pink. It's like you're a combination of every kind of person that we all know here.
Yes, why, thank you. And here's my brother Snork, who is all blue.
Hi, Snork.
Hello there.
Snork.
Now, you know who this is, right? No, I do not. This is famous actress Debbie Allen. You aren't Debbie Allen. You don't look like Debbie Allen.
Why? Look, it says Debbie. It says it right here on my onesie. Debbie Allen.
I don't know. You look more to me like the dance teacher from Fame.
Well, that's true. I am that too. I'm Lydia Grant. That was really my first big job to the world, my first big role.
Oh. can one person be two different people? Yes. And now, since we got, how much time do we have left, Debbie?
I think we have about 5 minutes.
All right. Now, I'm just going to take a few minutes to say, now, this is just a simple puppet out of a sock. You can make a puppet out of literally anything. A good example here, here's a story that'll, I'm going to put my camera there we go. Now, here's a story that'll probably inspire you all to make something. So, like, anything can be a puppet. You don't need any fancy supplies. Now, here's a story that will inspire you all. And it's a good example of how anything. So, this name might sound familiar. Some of you might know Jim Henson.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, he was a genius. He was a master puppeteer who created the Muppets and Sesame Street and the Fraggles, lots of different things. And when he was in college, he wanted to work on television. And he didn't know that, and the only job open was for a puppeteer. So he said, I don't know how to do this. And he sat there in front of a sewing machine one day and thought, can I make a decent puppet? So he took his mother's old green coat and cut it into some pieces and split a ping pong ball in half and to make some eyes, and made this little green creature who we now know as Kermit the Frog.
Kermit!
So think of that. And you know,
Wow.
Kermit, famous character, originated just from an old green coat. So anything can be a puppet.
That is an incredible story. I was so thrilled to actually meet Jim Henson and be on the show with Miss Piggy one time. I have to go find that picture. This is so exciting. Liam, we love you. Do you think you could come back at least one more time?
Oh, he'll come back as many times as you want.
You will? Oh, I hope
absolutely.
you come back.
A lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we'll make a plan. We'll give people a little time to make some puppets. And everybody, you got to go in my bios and stay connected and send me videos of what you've been doing. I want to be able to post and share with the world. This is so inspiring. We love you, Liam. Thank you so much. A big kiss to your mom and dad and your family. And stay safe. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you for having us here. Bye.
So everyone, this was really what a treat this was today. And we're going to keep things coming just to keep you motivated, inspired, and thinking about what you can do while you have this extra time. And I want to make sure you all sign in my bio so I can stay connected with you. And check out the global classes. Those are classes that happen every day during the week. There's flamenco, there's hip hop, there's tap, there's ballet, there's salsa. Any class that you can think of, we are offering at a very nominal donation. This is to keep our teachers working, to keep our school alive, because it is a challenge right now. As you see, I'm in a room. Giovanni and I had a class. It was just in a big room where there used to be like 40 kids. Everybody's at home. But we're going to keep coming to you because we know you need this. So I want to say hi to all my friends in Italy and all my friends in Lebanon and in Dubai and my friends in Brazil and Japan and China and London and New York and Detroit and Mississippi and Louisiana and Chicago and all of my friends here on the West Coast. There's so many people that we hear from. This is wonderful to touch a global community for real. So we're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to be right back with Alaman Jaju, Alamonster, that tap master who's just, 17 years old? Amazing. Was trained with me since he was 5. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute.